Hey everyone, Aiden here with Six Figure Catering. Now I'm about to send an invoice to a customer and I just figured I'd record a quick video walking through why micro-catering is so profitable and how you can basically take my business and copy and paste it into your area. So we are doing lunch next Monday for 150 people. They ordered our classic box lunch, which is basically just a sandwich with chips, cookie, napkin, condiments, all that good stuff. And they're getting delivery at 11:45. And on their first order, we give them a free upgrade. This is sort of a way to get a foot in the door, right? So what we say is, look, if you pay for the classic box lunch, I'm going to give you an upgrade to our deluxe, where everyone gets a little 8-ounce container of fresh fruit. And this is amazing at converting, people that are just interested into people that actually place an order and get that order on the calendar. So 150 classic box lunches. You can see they have a couple of different types of our sandwiches. They ordered, like right here, they ordered the Italian cold cuts, the turkey bacon cheddar, the turkey cheddar, the roast beef and cheddar. We've got a couple of veggies and a couple of gluten-frees at the end. And what it comes down to, my friends, is feeding 150 people is going to be $1,950.47 before tip. Now, tips are just an added bonus of this business, right? Like if you work in web design or you work, running ads for someone, you're not going to make tips, right? But when you own a food business, a micro-catering business, people are more than happy to tip you. And since they're paying with a company card, they're going to do it a whole lot, and you generally about 3/4 of orders that I do get tips anywhere from, $10 all the way. I think the biggest tip we ever got was $415. And that's just free money in your pocket, right? That's awesome. So, okay, so that is our order right here for 150 people. We're going in. I am, of course, turning on the option to tip. I want people to tip. I have the option to save their payment method. I'm sending it over email. And then basically, I just have it due in 4 days. So, she's going to get the invoice right now as soon as I click send, but it's not going to be, due until Monday, the day of the order. And then she's just going to get, if she doesn't pay it, she's going to get a reminder on Monday. And then if she doesn't pay it until 3 days after, she's going to get a second reminder. But that's how it goes, my friend. Let's hit send and let's send this bad boy on out. Boom. And look at that, my friends. Just a couple of minutes later, I get an email confirmation that the invoice has been paid. That is $2,050. That's going to get deposited into my bank account tomorrow. And that is, a great bonus heading into the weekend. So what it comes down to is this customer, this is their very first time ordering with me, but what I did was I took them from, through the customer acquisition process. First off, they didn't know I exist. I made sure they knew that I existed. Then what I did, I made them interested in our products and services. And the number one way I did that was by offering a first order deal, right? So I'm like, look, first time you order, I'll do this, and delivery's free, so there's many benefits of working with me as opposed to Jimmy John's or, a more well-known sandwich shop, right? Because I am the owner, the operator, and I'm taking care of my customers like no one else. So we got them to, know that we exist, got them to be interested in our services, got the first order on the calendar. That is what is going on right here on my screen, and is a huge step. But that's not where it ends, because where the real money is made with micro-catering is when you get a customer like this, a $2,000 customer that orders for $2,000 at a time, and you get them to come back on a regular basis. Some companies, they can place big orders every single week. That's pretty rare. A lot of times they're going to be placing orders for every month, every couple of months, right? So this $2,000 customer could very well turn into a $24,000 per year customer, right? And that's huge for us, right? That is an income stream that we can come to depend on over time. So what I'm going to tell you is this. Next Monday when I'm delivering this order, I am going to blow their expectations out of the park. I'm going to show up early. I'm going to set everything up. I'm going to be as nice and courteous as possible. I'm going to make sure that the next time they want sandwiches after this time, they're going to stick with me. And, we have a couple of really, really interesting ways to do that. So that's what it comes down to, my friends. Down just below this video, you're going to see a link to a more in-depth training on the subject of micro-catering. And you can learn all about why this works, why we're tapping into a giant market, and you can learn how you, even without any prior experience in the food industry or catering industry, can set up a business and start capitalizing off this in your area. Because here's the deal. The market is completely unsaturated. There's very few places doing this. The competition is low. The price to get started in this business is super low. So go input your email, get access to that training. And if you do that and you get access to that video, then this entire business that might seem pretty complex is going to make a whole lot more sense. So I'll see you soon, my friends. Take care.